Lamine Yamal steps into McDonald's, looks left, sees Pulisic, looks right, sees Jimenez. Gives a nod to Ronaldinho in the corner with a FIFA World Cup meal. Ronaldinho sees Son in the booth. Son finds Beckham going for extra Big Mac sauce. He's got Davies at the table just behind him. Davies going for his collectible cup. Oh no! A steal by Henry, who pulls his own collectible cup. Collect one of 9 legendary cups with a FIFA World Cup meal.
At participating McDonald's for a limited time while supplies last. All rights reserved. 2026 McDonald's at FIFA World Cup 2026.
LinkedIn is pretty amazing at helping you grow your small business. We cannot stop your new clients from emailing you at 3 a.m. We can help you sell, market, and hire in one place. We cannot help you be in 3 places at once. And while we can't help you organize your calendar, LinkedIn can help you land more clients so you have a calendar to organize. Grow your small business on LinkedIn. Learn more at linkedin.com/smallbusiness.
How dare you be so good at your job? How dare you? This is a total scam.
They are sneaky.
Okay.
This is the plaintiff, Mitchell Smith. He says he parked his car on the street, and when he returned, it was gone. A security officer told him it had been towed by the defendant. This scam artist is running a racket, shouldn't be towing cars, and he's suing the defendant for $136, the malicious confiscation of his automobile. This is the defendant, Patrick Thompson. He says he has the whole situation on video surveillance. The plaintiff parked at one shopping center, then walked across the street to another shopping center to patronize their stores. It's like parking your car in your neighbor's driveway and then going into your own house. Bottom line, the crazy guy was caught in the act and is now stalking him, trying to prove he's doing something illegal. He's accused of snatching a car.
All parties, please raise your right hand.
What you are about to witness is real. The participants are not actors. They are actual litigants with a case pending in civil court. Both parties have agreed to drop their claims and have their cases settled here before Judge Marilyn Millian in our forum, the People's Court.
That's not me.
Thank you.
Be seated, please. Come to order.
Whose department is that?
Yes, I got to figure that one out. Litigants have been sworn,
I
Your
just
Honor.
thought it was you.
It used to be.
Mr. Smith, you are suing the tow truck company that Patrick Thompson works for. You've asked us not to mention the name of the company, and we'll respect that. For $136, the amount that you paid them when they towed your car because you feel that they're running a racket and a scam. Tell me what's going on.
That's correct, Your Honor. I came on a Thursday afternoon to a parking lot in front of a group of stores and across the street from another group of stores. Okay. And I parked the car there. I got out. I did see some signs, and I took a look at one of them, and it appeared to be a routine warning that the parking was for the purpose of shopping at the local stores. And I observed also that there was a discount store adjacent to that parking lot, and I proceeded, I intended to go there and then proceeded across the street to another store that I intended to.
Let's just recap. So you parked your car in this parking lot because there was a store that you intended to visit, but you didn't visit that store. You crossed the street and went to what?
Actually, I parked there because it's the parking lot that I was accustomed to using for shopping in that area. And
right, but you're crossing the street to go to a different place. What happened with parking? Right. Don't they have parking?
Apparently they do, although I wasn't really familiar with it. These are newer stores, and I have gone periodically over many years.
You didn't think that there would be a problem with leaving your car in a shopping mall and then not shopping at any of the stores?
No, I had no reason to believe that there would be a problem because it's a huge parking lot, which was mostly empty.
What about the sign that said, "Don't park here unless you're shopping at these stores"? That you just said you saw.
Yeah, I read that, and
but you thought the odds were in your favor.
I had no particular reason to believe that they would be pinching cars that quickly in those circumstances.
What's pinching mean?
It had never happened to me before in my life in any kind of such situation. People commonly park in that lot and they use stores on both sides. I have photographs that show people doing that on much busier days. They're shopping on the west side.
So you have evidence that other people also violate it? Have you guys put him on retainer? Maybe you should put him on retainer so that you can find the people who are violating it, because are you actually sitting around out there filming this or taking pictures?
I went back there within a couple of days. The following Saturday.
Before we get there, I'm sorry, that's my fault. You end up going back to your car how many hours after you left it there?
About 20 minutes.
And then you came back to this shopping center and your car was gone?
That's correct.
All right, and then how did you know what to do?
As a matter of fact, practically the first words out of the mouth of the security guard were, it'll cost $16.41 for the cab to get to the towing outfit.
How did he know so readily?
This was a she, and that was my question.
Well, clearly, because people do get towed from there. I don't know. That's sort of my supposition.
Because it appeared to me that there was a connection between the security outfit and the towing outfit and the cabs.
They both work for the same person. The owner of the corporation, the owner of the shopping center. Okay, the shopping center wants to, the tenants of the shopping center want people to frequent their stores. And people can only frequent their stores if there's parking available for the people who need to frequent their stores. So if people who are frequenting different stores go across the street, then they're taking up the spot of one of the customers or the merchants. Are you on retainer with them, with the shopping center itself?
No, the shopping center has a private security that surveils the parking lot and drives around the parking lot.
No, I meant as a tow company. Are you their exclusive tow company? Right, because you have a contract with them that you're going to be alerted when they say, do you need to be alerted? Or I noticed you have a computer. Do you actually have surveillance?
Yes.
Oh, can I see it?
Yes.
And welcome back to the People's Court. Harvey Levin here. So if you park in a lot for that store, but you go over to that store, can they tow your car?
Yes.
Why?
Because you're not actually going to that that provider or that store, so therefore you really shouldn't be using up that.
Fair enough. And even if they have a sign that says we're going to tow you if you go somewhere else, if you don't see the sign, are you in the clear or can they tow you?
Well, if you don't see the sign, but I guess it sucks. But it's not the right property, so. Yeah.
Do you know? I mean, would you know going in that you're supposed to stay in that shopping area?
Well, I'm sure they'll have clear signs that state you can or cannot.
But do you know it with or without signs? Do you know you're really not supposed to go somewhere else?
Oh,
come on, be honest. Come on, be honest.
All right, yeah.
There you go. Going inside the courtroom.
You're going to see him pulling in a few seconds. I think.
Can you point to him?
This is his car, I believe, pulling in right now.
Okay. How many surveillance cameras do you have?
I think 10.
People ain't playing, huh?
Well, they want to watch the parking lot, make sure nothing goes on at nighttime, stuff like that. No robberies, nothing like that.
That's you in the. Is that a baseball cap? Wait, hold on. Can I have you go ahead and step back a second? Can I have you come on forward?
You what, sir?
Have you got a chance to see this?
Not.
Keep coming. You can't
not
tell.
all of that.
Keep coming. Hold.
I saw a little of it.
Is that you?
That looks like me.
Is that your car?
Yes.
Well, you know if that's you. Is that you?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Go ahead and go back.
But it's a little fuzzy.
Yeah.
All right. You can step right back, sir. Thank you, please.
It's a guy that looks like you standing next to your car. Okay. Go ahead. Play. Look at him looking around.
Yes. I was looking around and observing the local stores and making plans to go there.
I don't even know why I'm watching this. Other than that, I'm fascinated to see how you collect your evidence. Because there's absolutely no dispute that he parked there and walked across the street. I just want to see what happens here. There we go. And checks his car, looks around, and crosses the street. Could you please explain to me why you are suing for $136? Because I'm not understanding.
Because they had no reason to tow my car. The lot is practically empty, and they tow one car after another out of that lot.
I'm good. I'm good. I'm just, okay, so.
I observed them towing 4 cars within 1 hour just this past Sunday.
Okay, let me introduce you to him. He is the manager of a tow truck company. What precisely do you think? Is there anything you want to say?
Well, basically, he was spotted.
I thought the answer would be no. Yeah. What precisely do you think is his job? What is it you're suing for? When you go to court, you're suing because somebody violated the law. What did they do wrong?
I think what they did wrong was not provide adequate notice, number one, exactly whose lot that is.
But you know that it's not the lot of the people who work who have a store across the street. No. And there's 37, and the signs, which there's 37 of them, tell you exactly which stores.
Because of the fact that I was so lacking in suspicion that they would be towing cars under those circumstances, I did not read the entire sign. All right, I have an affidavit from from a person in a similar situation more recently who states the same thing.
That what? That you don't like that they do their job really well?
That they go to the shopping center, their family goes, and they shop on both sides.
Oh, yeah, but how is that a defense? Somebody else also committed an armed robbery, Judge, so you can't convict me of this because somebody else did it too. I don't understand, Mr. Smith. You look like an intelligent person. I don't understand how you can have the temerity to come to court and waste my time like this. I mean, seriously, there's 37 signs. They have you on video. You're dead to rights. Why don't you just call it one of those things like everybody else has to and eat the $136? You're actually wasting my time to litigate this? I'm stunned.
Because, Judge, they're not protecting parking spaces for those businesses. They are making money by
Of course they are. Do you have children? Do you need to feed them? Is this your job? I don't understand what your premise is. Why should you be entitled to park in somebody's parking lot whose businesses you're not patronizing, and you have like some God-given right to do that? Is that it? No. Wait, maybe it's this. Maybe it's that. You guys are sneaky. You're sneaky. You're way too efficient. It's a scam you've got going on. You actually catch me when I'm doing something wrong. How dare you be so good at your job? How dare you? This is a total scam.
They are sneaky.
Okay. Mr. Smith, you are not special. You are not gifted. And I think you know darn well what you were doing because you looked around like I don't know how many times before you did it. So when you say, well, the parking lot was virtually empty, you didn't have to tow me. Well, they feel like towing you. They want to tow you. Why? Because that's their contract with the shopping center. They want to educate the public to cut it out. Well, you just got educated. Consider yourself schooled. Verdict for the defendant. Oh, my gosh.
So Mr. Smith came into court, fought his case, but unfortunately the decision goes the other way. This is your chance to wrap it up with any final comments you might have.
Yeah, they have an industry towing cars from unsuspecting shoppers, and they take one after another. All right, this is a money-making operation. They're actually even driving customers away in a lot of cases.
All right. So I guess you'll have to be a little bit more careful where you park it next time because you know what's going on now.
I'll be careful enough not to park there at all anymore or patronize those stores.
Okay. All right, good luck. Right down this way. Okay. Couldn't you give the guy a break?
It's not me. We're just doing our job. They parked there illegally and we towed them. That's it.
Everyone hates the tow guys.
Yes, everyone does. But when they need us, they love us.
Okay, Harvey?
You know, even if he parked in the lot and then went to the store that he's allowed to go to, but then went somewhere else afterwards, he could still be towed. That will do it for this case. Litigants for the next case on the way into the courtroom right now.
And we're live on match day as Doug reaches for a buffalo wing. He's got it! Oh, and he's gone for a can of Pepsi too! What a finish! There's no doubt about it. It just tastes better. Match days deserve Pepsi.
Study and play come together on a Windows 11 PC. And for a limited time, college students get The best of both worlds. Get the Unreal College Deal. Everything you need to study and play with select Windows 11 PCs. Eligible students get a year of Microsoft 365 Premium and a year of Xbox Game Pass Ultimate with a custom color Xbox wireless controller. Learn more at windows.com/student offer. While supplies last. Ends June 30th. Terms at aka.ms/collegepc.
This is the plaintiff, Jamie Poole. He says the defendant, his daughter's mother, borrowed his new laptop computer, and no matter what he does, he can't seem to get it back from her. She also owes him money which he loaned her for a porta potty and a past due cable bill. He's not about to sit by and watch her get away with owing him $2,341.76 and is suing for just that. This is the defendant, Tavia Green. She says the plaintiff is just plain mad since she's taking him to court for child support and is coming up with this cockamamie lawsuit as a way to get back at her. The guy's also furious she got a restraining order against him because he tried to snatch their daughter from her while she was at school. The only thing she owes him is another court date. She's accused of upsetting an ex.
All parties, please raise your right hands.
Okay, Jamie Poole, you are suing Tavia Green? Tavia Green, for the mother of your 4-year-old daughter, for $2,341.76 in items that you say you loaned to her, loaned her the money to buy, and that she has still not paid you back for. Tell me what's going on.
About 5 years ago, I met the defendant at our workplace. Immediately, she got a bad reputation as being very promiscuous. And
so that's why you had a baby with her?
No, allegedly she slept with about 15 of the coworkers, and when it was my turn, she happened to get pregnant. So,
how did she get pregnant if you used protection?
We didn't use protection.
Oh, that's how it keeps happening.
It does, consistently.
Yeah, like throughout all the time. Yeah.
It was a bad judgment on my part.
What do you think? Go ahead.
So we never had a relationship, but I accepted.
You just finished telling me how she had a reputation for having 1 million partners. No, I didn't use protection.
Yeah, it's bad judgment.
Unbelievable. Go ahead.
So she had our daughter, and I praise myself as being a great father, and she was a good mother. Everything was fine. We don't get along. We try not to talk too much, and we keep everything text message or on a need-to-talk basis. Come August the 7th.
How do you know it's your child if she had so many partners?
Because we had a DNA test.
Oh, okay. So go on.
Come August the 7th, my daughter comes to my house on an occasional visit that she always does, maybe 3 or 4 days a week. And she began telling me
How old's your daughter?
She's 4 years old. She said that mommy and a man were in the bed, hugging, kissing, then began doing something different. So I became irate. I called her mother, and she said, don't worry about it. I can have men around my daughter anytime I want to. You can't tell me what to do. So I told her on my next day off, I'm filing for custody. She said, okay, well, I'm filing for child support. And from that point on, I've seen my daughter only one time. To the present day, she won't let me see my daughter.
So who died and made her queen? All you got to do is bother to go and fight for custody.
I did.
And visitation. So you file your case, and you get it in front of the judge, and you say, I haven't seen my daughter in 2 months.
That's what I've done. But during that time, I went to pick up my daughter from school before our court date, and her mother came and verbally assaulted me, saying, you're nothing, you're a deadbeat, you're not going to take her. So the teacher didn't allow her mother or myself to take our daughter. They called Tavia. She came, she pulled her mother away from me, they got in the car, and I left. So the next day...
Who took the child?
Tavia, the other mother. So the next day, I went to the courtroom to file emergency visitation, if there's a such thing.
And yeah, of course there is.
And that's when they presented me with, they served me with...
restraining order?
Yeah, saying that I said I was gonna blow her car up or something, and that I was gonna have something done to them. Where her mother didn't threaten me, and I didn't threaten her mother. That never took place. And I believe she did it because the administrator at my daughter's school said the only way you can keep the dad away from the school is if I had something in writing. So she went to the court that same day.
And made up stuff according to you.
No, first she tried to get paperwork saying that I can't pick up my daughter. They denied it. So that didn't work. So she did domestic violence. And now I can't pick up my daughter from school.
Where did you seek an order saying he can't pick up the child?
The courtroom, the family court.
What courtroom did you
The family court.
Family court. And
Yes.
you said, I want somebody to write me a piece of paper that says he can't pick up his kid.
No, I said I would like a restraining order against him because when I picked up my daughter from school, he was threatening my mother, threatening me.
Right. What got denied?
The denied was to have the case heard that day because we had a court date coming up in like a week, and I went there for an emergency hearing, but the judge denied it. So I went to get the restraining order.
Okay, so you went to a judge and asked for an order that would stop him from picking up his kid. It was denied, and then you went to a different place to get a restraining order?
Yes.
Right. That's what we call forum shopping. And then, magically, because you don't want him coming to pick up his own blood, you end up going somewhere else, and for the first time bringing up that he threatened to blow up you and your mother and your daughter and everything else. Sounds like you were using the system to be able to get the objective that you wanted.
No.
No, well, it certainly sounds that way to me with the order of things. You go to the first court, you say, I don't want the dad to be able to pick up his child. And they say, denied. Then you go, all right, that didn't work. All right, he threatened. Then you go to another place and you tell him, he threatened to kill us all. Oh, well, here's right here, ma'am. Here, you have it. And then magically you have a restraining order against you. How did that order become permanent? Did you not show up to the permanent injunction?
I guess they had too many cases before us. They gave us another later date.
Oh, okay, so it hasn't had a permanent yet. It's just been extended temporary.
Yes.
Okay. You make sure to go to that hearing.
Definitely
And you
am.
make sure to explain things the way you just explained now. Now, let's talk about your lawsuit. Your lawsuit here is, according to you, because of everything he just described that has him angry, understandably, he is now making up that you owe all this money. Correct?
Yes.
So, he says he bought a Dell computer for you and that you're supposed to pay him back. Are you?
No, he bought the computer as a Christmas present.
Were you guys together then?
No, he just always buys gifts for my mother. He'll buy gifts for me. He's just like that.
How come none of the guys I dated were like that? All right, amount owed for cable bill. Why would he pay your cable bill?
Because I was out of work without pay for a few months, and it was the summer. No, it wasn't the summer, but our daughter was at home, and I told him, if I don't have cable, Treasure's going to sit at home all day and not have anything to do. So he said he would pay the cable bill, and my mother went and got the money from him, and we never discussed about I had to pay him back because he knew that I was out of work.
So you paid the cable bill, and why is that not just one of those things because your daughter's living there?
No.
Why is that something she has to pay you back?
First of all, she said she wasn't working. She was going through hard times. She had 2 jobs at the time. And she
Do you guys text?
Every now and then, yes.
Okay, are there any texts that can support whether or not it was a loan or a gift?
No, the only person who was there was my goddaughter, and I have a written statement from her, but we don't have any.
Let me see what you got. And then there's a PSP he's suing you for. What's that about?
About 3 years ago, he gave me his PSP because he didn't play it anymore. Maybe it was more than 3 years ago. This is before I even had Treasure. And he gave it to me because he said he doesn't play with it. And I started buying games for it and everything. And it was just like something he gave me that was his, but he didn't use it anymore. So he said I could have it.
Is it 3 years old?
Yes.
Okay, and what were the circumstances under which you gave it to her?
She's completely lying again. She has to see it. She said she'll give it back shortly.
Why didn't you do something about it in 3 years?
I did. When I come to her house, she hides it. I can't even find it.
All right, his goddaughter, Ladira, says that she overheard on speaker a conversation where you were saying, can I borrow this money? I need to pay my cable bill. And, can I borrow it from you? I'll pay you my next payday.
No.
She's a liar?
I never said anything about
Do you know her?
paying him back. Yes, I know Ladira.
She says you're a liar.
I told my mother to go and pick up the money from him. I didn't even see the money. My mother took it straight to go pay the bill for me. And that was it. And I never said anything. Over the years that I've been dealing with Jamie, he done bought me so many things and gave me money and never asked for me to pay anything back. Now all of a sudden that I'm filing for child support and he realizing that the child support is going to hit him, he wants to try to get money from me or get things back that he gave me because he's upset.
And when was the Dell computer? You're saying it was last Christmas?
Yes, last Christmas.
Do you have any pictures of you receiving it or anything like that?
No, I have the box at my house because he gave me the whole entire box and he gave me it was another gift to.
Do you have the receipt for the computer?
Yes, I have the proof of purchase.
Let me see. It was purchased on the Friday after Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Traditional Christmas shopping day. What'd you give her for Christmas if not the computer?
Nothing.
Nothing, huh? What do I do with the fact that you clearly have, as she says, a motive to lie because there's this horrible bad blood that happened based on everything? By the way, why was your 4-year-old witnessing you kissing a man in bed?
My 4-year-old daughter never witnessed anything like that. He coaches my daughter to say things. He'll ask for 4-year-old questions. And if you keep asking a child questions, they're going to eventually say what you want them to say. Just like that same day when she came home, she was telling me things that her daddy was saying. And it's not even appropriate talking about guns and that she was going to do something to somebody. That's why I didn't want my daughter at his house anymore, because you telling her things and school getting ready to start. She going to go to school saying these things because I know how my daughter is. So that's why I was, I wanted him to see her, but I was like, I'm just going to let the court decide when he could see her, because it's like he's making my 4-year-old daughter say things that a 4-year-old shouldn't say. I would never kiss a man in front of my child. If I was a bad mother.
But what then made him that mad, if not your daughter telling him
because he's mad at the simple fact that I have somebody new now and somebody comes to my house. It's not nobody that I'm laying down with or kissing or anything like that. It's just somebody new, and he don't want any men around his daughter.
Yana, she's lying.
You guys need family court.
She needs to tell the
truth. No, you hearing me? You guys really need family court. You need structure, because you can't work it out amongst yourselves anymore. It's obvious. There's things you need to acknowledge and there's things you need to acknowledge. But you guys need some structure. You love your daughter?
She's everything to me.
You love your daughter?
Yes.
Do you think your daughter needs a father?
Yes.
Do you think she needs him and that he loves her?
Not sure about that.
Yeah, you are. You hate him, but you are, aren't you? You know, you don't question whether he loves your daughter.
I know he loves her, but...
Okay, do you think your daughter needs a mother? Seriously?
I never would have thought she would have took... Like, she's lying to you.
Do you think she loves your daughter?
Do I think she loves my daughter? I think she loves her.
Until you started to hear that there's another man in town, did you think she was a good mother?
Up until that point, yes.
Okay. Do you understand? Do you date?
Yes.
Oh, okay. So it's okay for you, but it's not okay for her.
She could date.
Exactly. So do you understand that you have no right to demand that there not be a man in her house?
I never would demand
that. You do have a right to demand that things don't happen in front of your daughter.
That's what
And you do have a right to know who the heck is in your house, exposed to your daughter, to make sure he's not a pedophile. Okay? Yeah. You do have that right. And you have a responsibility. If you're bringing some, every man, when you first meet them, are strange, but if you're bringing a new person into the house, then you need to know who it is you're dealing with too, right? These are all very basic things. This is not like an unreasonable demand on everybody's part, but you folks need structure so that your daughter doesn't end up being the loser in all of this. Do you understand?
So if your ex is brainwashing your child, what do you do? What do you do?
I think you just got to beat them at their own game, so you just got to be better than them at brainwashing and do the best that you can.
So you counter brainwash?
Well, if you have to, I guess.
What do you think?
Well, maybe a little bit of money might get involved, a bit of bribery.
You pay the other person off not to?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay, and?
You play fire with fire and brainwash them more than they're brainwashing the kid.
Wait, and they are like so just nonchalant about the whole thing, going inside the courtroom.
All right, let's talk about this, because, obviously from what I am hearing, there is a lot of anger, which I understand, on your part. I think that Ms. Green was forum shopping, but that has nothing to do with my lawsuit. The lawsuit is about what actually this stuff was. Was it a loan or was it a gift? That's what the lawsuit's about. So I have to look at these things and figure it out. You've got one piece of corroborative evidence on the cable bill issue from your goddaughter, and the rest of it are things, for example, a computer bought on the biggest Christmas shopping day of the year, and other, but if you bought this computer, you bought it for yourself, why is it in her possession?
I bought the computer because my computer's down. It's actually still in the shop now.
Okay, so why is it in her possession?
Because she just moved.
What does just moving have to do with a computer?
I did. If I knew it was gonna be
This is just you're mad and you now want her to pay you. I'm going to order her to pay you the $300 for the cable bill. As to everything else, you know, you just don't have proof whether it's a loan or a gift. And in the future, if you make any loans, make sure you have something, an email, a text, a crayon in the nearest roll of toilet paper, something that acknowledges that this is something that has to be paid back. Because among people with a relationship, like mother of my child, there are sometimes expenditures that have to do with the child too, like certain things. And so it's later on, when you wait all this time to sue, and you only sue when the big blowout happens, it's going to be hard for you to prove that these are debts. All right? But hopefully this isn't going to happen between you two anymore. Because what's going to happen is that you're going to have a judge who's going to look at everything, decide what's in the best interest of Treasure, and order you to abide by it accordingly. Okay? Good luck to both of you.
Let's see what the defendant has to say about the judge's words to you as she issues her ruling. What's going through your mind as you come out?
She said I have to pay him back for the cable, which I don't feel that I should, and that I was form shopping. No, it's just I have proof that he threatened me, and I'll just use that in family court.
Where do you go from here to move forward and be the best set of parents you can be for Treasure?
I'm going to keep doing what I've been doing, which is taking care of my child. And once family court decides that he can see her, then that's when he'll see her.
Right. All right. Right down this way, please. Follow Officer McIntosh down this way. Okay, so step on in here. You satisfied with how the judges ruled here?
Not really, but there's a bigger issue involved where I'm not seeing my daughter. And I don't like the ruling. She know that they were just loans. So.
Right. You have to move forward also. What's your best path to move forward in Treasure's best interest?
I just have to continue to fight in court, and hopefully they'll see things my way. I had no idea that 4 years down the line she'll be an unfit mother. So I'm going to try my best to get my daughter back. I know she misses me, and keeping her from me is tearing her apart. So hopefully things will work out soon.
All right, hope so. All right, right down this way, okay? All right, Harvey?
So, the judge talked about structure in these custody arrangements. Fact is, if you are not getting along with your ex, and if you don't have a custody order, you should run for the courthouse to get one. You should always have a custody order, even if you don't get along, because you don't know what's going to happen in the future. That will do it for this case. Litigants for the next case on the way into the courtroom right now.
This summer, Prime Video takes you back before Legally Blonde, before law school, and into the world of Elle Woods in high school. Set in 1995, this Gemini vegetarian knows exactly who she is until her family moves from Bel Air to Seattle. Packed with iconic fashion, 90s nostalgia, and a throwback soundtrack, Elle proves one thing. Law school was hard. High school was harder. From the world of Legally Blonde, watch Elle, a new original series only on Prime Video July 1st.
This is the plaintiff, Jocelyn Chen. She says she gave the defendant an antique Chinese Coromandel screen to sell at his consignment shop, and he agreed not to sell it for a penny less than $4,000. 3 months later, the defendant calls her and tells her he has good news. He sold the screen, but could only get $2,000 for it. She doesn't think she can trust the guy's telling the truth, has received no money from him, and is suing the scoundrel for $5,000, the state max. This is the defendant, Robert Conlon. He says he was trying to be a nice guy by selling this screen and was doing his best to work with the plaintiff, but she's simply suing him for more than she was ever entitled to. Now, after everything this woman's put him through with one sob story after another and dragging him into court for nothing, he owes her zip. He's accused of bad screening.
All parties, please raise your right hands.
Okay, Jocelyn Chen, you are suing Robert Conlon and Hoarders LLC. You are formerly the owner. What does that mean?
Hoarders was a consignment shop.
Yeah, but what does formerly the owner mean?
Well, the store closed.
The store closed. Is the corporation still in existence?
No.
Do you have the paperwork from the dissolution?
No, I don't.
Oh, well. All right. For $5,000, a value that you say is of a screen that you consigned to them, and they are not giving you proof of what they sold it for. All right. Tell me about the screen.
Yes, I own this screen for over 20 years. It's a 12-panel, 9-foot-high antique Chinese Coromandel screen.
Antique from what year?
From the early 20th century. It's sort of like an Art Deco piece on black ebony with antique gold figures with ivory faces. It's a very striking, substantial piece.
Okay.
And what happened was I made my first move in 28 years following a difficult divorce and losing my house. So I moved into my mother's vacant condo that's been vacant for 4 years. And I downsized from a home more than twice
So you could no longer keep this screen.
Right. I moved into a place far.
Did you try to sell it a different way?
Yes,
before
I
this?
did. I did. And I think I presented to
Well, how
the
had you
court.
tried to sell it?
Well, I sent it to Sotheby's auction house in New York City.
And why wouldn't they take it?
They said it was a beautiful screen, but they only consign or take for auction items that would take in $20,000 or more.
Okay.
And they did not say it reached the threshold.
Okay.
I went online and I had an antique, Chinese antique dealer give me an email that he said because the market was $2,800 to $3,500 depending
Okay.
on the condition.
All right, so you bring it to him and you have paperwork. Do you have paperwork from the original consignment?
No, I don't.
Do you have paperwork from the original consignment?
Yes,
May I
do.
see it?
Yes.
Do you have paperwork from the sale?
No.
Okay. Do you have anything?
No.
Why not?
Well, the store had been closed for a while. And
How long has the store been closed?
We closed the store in March, April.
Right. What'd you do with all the stuff?
It was boxed up.
I know. So you didn't bother to get it. It's not that it doesn't exist. It's that you didn't bother to get it for court. That is actually the point I'm trying to explore here. Okay.
Well, the other reason I didn't bring it because I believe she had filed for the evidence the same piece of paper that I would be bringing, which showed the breakdown.
No one has presented to me the proof of what you sold it for. I was expecting you to bring it today. That is in the boxes that you couldn't bother yourself to look for to help me to make a just and wise decision here.
Okay.
Yeah, that's sort of, that's not very flattering to me that I'm not worth that, half hour of effort. All right. In any
It's not
event.
that you weren't worth that. It's that I
Well,
didn't know
that's
that.
kind of
I didn't know it was
that's how a
necessary.
judge sort of kind of feels when you tell me, it's in a box somewhere,
But I didn't think it was necessary because she was suing for $5,000.
Doesn't mean,
which
yes,
was way above.
exactly. And what is your defense to that?
My defense is
She's entitled to what?
$1,600.
Why?
Because she submitted
Because
the
you sold it for what?
$2,000.
Exactly. Why would you not think I'd like to see the proof that you sold it for $2,000? You see where we're going with this? That's
I
exactly
see.
what I need to see. Okay, stop talking. Talking is not helpful to you. All right. So you're in here. You say, hold on. If it's under 10,000, 30%, and if it's more than 10,000, it's 20%.
Yes.
To you guys.
Yes.
Okay.
Right, and then.
And then, did you ever get a call from him saying, "Listen, I think somebody wants to buy it, but for 2,000"?
Your Honor, how this happened was.
Just answer my question. Yes or no? Did you ever get a call?
I called him,
Okay.
and then he did call me and said, I'm closing my store, but I have somebody that I can sell it to, but she only wants to pay $2,000. I says, Robert, I said, the agreement was a minimum.
Yeah, I know, but he can't make somebody want to buy your stuff. So he's telling you, and you say.
And he put me between a rock and a hard place.
No, he's not putting you between a rock and a hard place. He's telling you the reality of life. You want to sell it, or you want to pick up your stuff?
Okay, and I said, can you try more? And he says, and then he came back and he said, I'll try. And then he called back and he said, I can't, that's all she's willing to pay me. I said, can you show me proof? We did talk about it. I have no proof that this is what.
Did you approve him selling it for the $2,000? Yes or no?
I said, show me proof and then you could sell it.
How is he going to show you proof before he sells it?
He said he'll have proof. That's what he said. No problem. So I said,
right,
all right.
of the sale,
Yeah,
after the
but it
sale
was
takes
always-
place.
right,
But you
yes.
clearly authorized the sale. She authorized the sale.
Yes, she did.
Right? Of course you did, because otherwise,
And she didn't ask for proof.
I
in
did
that
ask.
conversation.
Well, it doesn't matter. I'd like
I know,
proof.
but she didn't.
I would
did.
like proof. But at least I have this. I have you acknowledging that he told you, can I sell it for $2,000, and you saying yes. But if you're supposed to keep 30%, if it's under 10.
Can I answer that?
Yeah. Why did you send her a check for $300?
The person I sold it to was a designer, and she kind of shorted me on the money. So I was waiting for monies and was taking that money out of my own pocket to pay her.
I don't know what that means. Did you get the $2,000?
No.
Did you sell it for $2,000?
Yes.
And then you just had a collection problem?
Yes. Well, with that, I actually offered to only take less. I said I would pay her $1,600.
Oh, so that's even you. So when she approved the 2,000, wait, is there a new contract?
No, this is the letter that I reiterated what he said. He was kind enough to say, I didn't get what you we talked about, the minimum 4,000. Therefore, because it's so underpriced,
a lesser amount.
I'll take those 20%.
And I really did go to the market. I searched a lot of places, talked to a lot of people, and got back to her and said, this is the best I can do. But since that's all I can do, I'll take less of a cut. Normally at that rate, I'm supposed to take 50%. And I tried very hard to get rid of the item. She didn't want the item back. She told me she couldn't take it back.
That's not true.
Well, I did.
said, I'll take it back. You said, I'm
Wait,
sorry.
talk
I'm
to
sorry.
me.
I would have given her the item back.
You said, I'll take it back what?
So if the seller gets stiffed, does he owe the person who gave him the screen his cut?
Well, yeah, I personally agree that he should.
So the seller's the loser here?
Well, yeah, pretty much.
What do you think?
Well, it depends. If it was a written agreement, though, I mean...
No written agreement. Let's just say, what's the common sense here?
Well, if there's a verbal agreement, then he's screwed. He can pay whatever.
Pay whatever. Going inside the courtroom.
I said, I'll take it back for that price. And then he said, well, I can't get it back. It's gone.
The only thing that caused me pause was the phrase here, all proceeds from sale will be split. And I asked myself, well, does that mean that if he didn't collect it, there aren't proceeds from sale? That'd be fine if, in fact, you still had the screen to return to her. But you don't. You gave away you handed over the screen because you thought it would all work out, that this person was going to pay you everything. It's not that I think you're evil. I'm just saying what happened is you decided to put a payment plan for your decorator customer, and then that payment plan fell apart, but you don't have a screen to give back to her. You haven't recollected that screen from the person to hand it back to her. So if she agreed that you could do all that for $1,600, then you got to pay her the $1,600. I understand that you're having a collection problem, but that's going to be on you, not on her. My verdict is for the plaintiff in the amount of the $1,600, not $5,000, $1,600. Okay?
Thank you, Your Honor.
See what the defendant has to say. Come on in here. You'll be paying her for that screen.
Well, I'd rather pay the $1,600 than $5,000 because $1,600 is what she was owed. That's what she agreed to.
Mm-hmm. How about your the way you handle the screen and the way you do business? Giving the piece away before you get paid?
Well, it was somebody I knew, and it just happened to work out that way. She got shorted money, I got shorted money, and the plaintiff got shorted money.
Yeah, that doesn't seem like a good way to do business. Why don't you get paid before you give the item?
Usually that's the case, and that's another reason why the store is closed. It just became too annoying to run.
Okay. All right, you just go right down this. All right, so come on in here. You got your money. You satisfied with what you got out of this case?
I'm glad that the People's Court was able to resolve this case. It's been going on for 10 months, so I'm pleased.
A 9-foot high screen? It's kind of a cumbersome item.
It's
what do you do with something like that?
I had a home that accommodated it.
Mm-hmm.
But
You have other items like that in your house?
I have other pieces.
What's the most amazing thing you have in your?
That was the most amazing, and I hated to give it up, but
Over to Harvey.
Okay, so, the fact is, this dude is a businessman, so he loses in this case. The plaintiff gave him the screen. The defendant still has recourse. If he can find the guy who stiffed him, clearly he can sue him for what he's out.